Hey everybody, welcome into the Glide Slope Workshop. I had said on the blog that I had been was selling some of my old SciTech gear, and that I was doing that in part to fund something I'd saved some pennies up for, which was some new stuff for the sim, which is actually going to require a panel rebuild. And some people in the comments had said they wanted to see an unboxing, so I haven't done an unboxing before, so I thought, what the heck. So I've ordered this from the Netherlands, and I've been waiting patiently for several weeks. I fretted about getting them for some time, and then I saved up the money to get them, which took a while. But kind of similar to how I came to buy the Yoko yoke, as I've gotten further and further into my real-world flight training, I've found that the SciTech gear in some ways is great and in some ways gets in the way. The SciTech yokes just don't have the force and just don't feel heavy and don't feel like a real airplane. The Yoko yoke does. And then the other thing I've been struggling with is running the radios in the airplane as opposed to running the radios in the sim, because of course they're quite different. So after looking at FlightIllusion for some time, I ordered the Bendix King radio stack. So they just arrived, and I'm eager to unbox them here and hopefully get them up and running in the next couple days. So here we have our new autopilot. Let me see if I can get some more light on that. Oh, it feels great. And of course, it'll be better when it's plugged in and working. That's the back of the unit. There we go. Autopilot. Comm and nav radio. Oh, that is awesome. We have the audio panel. Well, there we go. That DME button doesn't seem to punch out quite as well, but that's all right. I'll get that figured out. And then our comm selector switch. We have the DME for DME measurement. We have a second comm radio, so we have comm 1 and comm 2. And then finally we have a autopilot, or transponder. Yeah. So the reason why I went with this stuff from FlightIllusion is, from what I can tell, it is almost exactly the same as the real gear in the Bendix King stack that's in the airplane. And that's going to be very helpful in terms of my my training and feeling like I'm doing the real thing with the real buttons on the real devices. So that is the stack, and then underneath that we have the power supply, and then the logic board hub that runs it all, and they daisy chain. So power goes into here, USB goes into here, device daisy chain into here with the fuses, and then that'll sit back behind the sim. So that is the big reveal. And again, I'm very excited to get these up and running. I am waiting for a panel coming from Desktop Aviator, which is a switch panel, which I won't rebuild the sim until I have that in. But in the meantime, I'm going to find some way to rig these in the sim so I can start to use them. And that process is going to begin in about, 5 minutes. So that is what has come. And the next time I'm on with you guys, I hope to show it to you up and running. Thanks for watching. Okay, I couldn't wait, so I plugged it in. Oh man. Oh boy, this is going to be awesome. Okay, well, you guys get the gist. Time to get them set up and installed. Okay, everybody, we have the stack installed, at least temporarily. I made a patch panel here after taking out the former SciTac gear. And we've got our gear in. We have the audio panel. We have the COM1 radio, the COM2 radio. We have the autopilot. We have our DME. And we have our transponder, which also has its different settings. And it all works well. And configuration was pretty straightforward. It took a little while to figure it out, but I got there. And what's cool is it will actually talk to whatever switch you have tied to the panel lights on your sim. So whether it's in the virtual cockpit or the real cockpit, if I flip the panel light switch on the SciTac switch panel, the backlighting goes on and off, which is a nice touch. And it's actually dimmable. You can set how bright or dim all of this is. I have it relatively dim because the cockpit's not very bright. But sometimes there's a lag, but it actually talks all the way through the system. So this is the GTN 750 right here. You'll see if I switch comm radios, it switches on the GTN. If I monitor one of the nav radios, it lights up. And if I change the frequency, those are changing together. And then when I swap it over, it swaps it. And that's true for COM1 as well as COM2. At least it should be. And then the nav radios do the same thing. So as I adjust the nav frequency, they swap. So that's really, awesome. And build is good quality. It is, some of the buttons I notice they stick just a little bit like that marker button, but I'll figure out how to get that fixed. But for the most part, I'm really impressed with them. And the fact that you can turn panels on and off like this, and then dim them and all the rest is really, really cool. So far, I'm a fan. And I'll be getting the panel rebuilt here in the next couple of weeks. I'm waiting for a new switch panel to get here from Desktop Aviator to replace the SciTac one. And then we will rebuild the whole panel and have a new layout and do that kind of stuff. It's going to be cool. Oh, and the OMI lights light up too, which is slick. So that is a quick view of the Bendix King stack from FlightIllusion, and I'm looking forward to it. This is exactly, in terms of look and feel, what I deal with in my real training in the real airplane, and that's what I was really trying to get to, because I was starting to make mistakes in the airplane, pushing buttons that don't exist because I'm too used to the SciTech gear. And so I saved up and went for this, and so far very pleased. So more to come, and thanks for watching.